Hey, this is Matias Rengel with Guitar Control, and today you're going to be learning this really cool gospel neo-soulish progression. As usual, there's a link in the description, so make sure you tap on it or click on it to get the tabs. Let's get down to it. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to play this slow for you. Okay, so this progression is divided in three parts, or at least I like to say it in three different parts, right? So the first one is where I'm playing three-note inversions or little chords, right? Up to there. Then I like to think that I have chords. And then from there comes the third part, which is a little group based on the last chord. So let's start with the first part, okay? The different chords. It seems a little bit complicated, but it's actually very simple. So for the first chord, I got the middle finger on the 13th fret of the third string and the index finger on the 12th fret of the second and first string. So, you have to learn to see shapes and remember shapes when you're playing guitar. So with this shape, it's actually the same shape that you get when you play a G major, right? If you check the third, second, and first string, it's the same shape that we're using there. So anyways, we take that shape and we put it right here, right? So from there, what I do, right? So I play the third, then I play the second and the first at the same time. And then I bring in my ring finger, I bring it into the 14th fret of the first. And then I play, remove it, and I play the second and the first. So now you can play this with the pick and have your pick and right, like pick and middle and ringer finger, or you can just play it all down picks, and it's gonna sound cool. I do recommend putting a little bit of muting on the strings, otherwise it's gonna sound right. A little bit of muting sounds cool. So anyways, from there, we're gonna go with the index into the 9th fret of the third, second, and first. And you're gonna hammer on to the 11th fret of the first, and then remove it. So, right? And then check this out. The same thing that you did here, you move all those fingers one string up. So it's gonna be, and you do kind of like the same, right? So, right? So these are the same. It's just that I'm just moving the fingers up, and I'm using the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd. And from there, we go into the 9th fret of the 4th string, 8th fret of the 3rd, and 9th fret of the 2nd string. And then you hammer on to the 11th fret of the 2nd string from the 9th fret with your pinky. See? So. Check it out. From there, same thing that we had here, right? We're going to move this so that the middle finger is on the 6th fret, right? And then from there comes the second part. So let's review that. Now for the second part, right after this, you play this shape, right, and you hammer on to the 7th fret of the 2nd string, and then you play it one more time, the 2nd string. So it's from there, what you're gonna do, you're going to really fast move in transition into this chord. Check it out. The Jimi Hendrix chord, that's what they call it, right? Which is actually a dominant sharp 9. You're gonna have your middle finger on the 6th fret of the 5th, index finger on the 5th fret of the 4th, ring finger on the 6th fret of the 3rd, and pinky finger on the 7th fret of the 2nd. From there, what you're going to do, you're going to move this half step down and move the pinky finger one extra half step down, so it's on the same fret as this 3, right? So, and from there, we're going to avoid playing the 4th string. We just remove the finger and bring it down half step. So, that already on its own sounds really cool, right? Super cool, right? Super cool. Anyway, so from there, let's go into the last part, which is the riff, okay? So for this part, it's very simple. I mean, I like to use hybrid picking for this, right? Like I play the bass with the pick, and then the other 2 notes, which is the 3rd and the 2nd, with my ring and with my ring and middle finger. So, and then I like to mute it. So I go like, and I go both of them together. Then I mute the chord and I just play the fingers, right? And I play it many times. So 3 times, 1, 2, 3. And from there, we do this. For that, we got on the 2nd string, 4th, 5th, 7, and then we go to the 1st string, and we play the 4th fret. So, and then we come back to it. So we do 1, 2, and then we go into the 2nd fret of the 2nd string, and finish on the 1st fret of the 3rd. You could finish with that note together with the root, with the 4th fret of the 5th string. So, try to give it a little bit more fullness. So, there you have it. Now, this last groove is not really defined as much. You could also, instead of like, I mean, the whole idea is that you have that groove like right? But instead of playing the muted 3rd and 2nd, you could totally just play the muted 5th. So, see how I do like with the pick. Now, regarding this arpeggio, this note, you could play it with the fingers, or you could go with a pick. I do play it with the fingers because sometimes when I play it, I like to add the chord there. Right? Like. But it's up to you. So anyway, there you have it. So see, why I'm telling you to see shapes instead of numbers, because like many of the shapes that I'm playing are very similar. See, like here and here, the same shape, right? Just in different positions. Now, what helps me is to like identify the little dots on the guitar. I mean, right now at this point, I know that this is the 9th fret, the 7th, right, the 3rd, the 5th. I mean, and of course I have the double dots there, and it helps me. But I mean, I am not really thinking going into the 9th fret. I am actually thinking of the dot, I mean, in a way, you know? I mean, I know, maybe subconsciously at this time I already know that it's the 9th fret. But this is my indication right there, the index finger, okay, it's on the, it's like a drawing to me, you understand? It's not really, okay, I'm in the 11th fret, it's not like that, it's a drawing. It's literally like that, you know? It's like my fingers are creating these shapes. That's all I'm doing. I think that's a very easy way, I mean, to see it. I do understand the theory behind it myself because I studied it, but I think to play it, things like this, very easy to do, to go by the drawings, you know. But anyways, that's all for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. There's a link in the description, so make sure you click on it or tap on it so you can get the tab. And remember to subscribe to a YouTube channel for daily guitar lessons. One more thing, I would love to know what would you like me to teach you next. Leave a comment down below with your answer. Thank you so much for watching.